Hey, what's up guys? It's Marf and welcome back to another Asphalt 9 video. Before I get into talking about the ONYX STARWAY, I just want to say a massive thank you for all the support for the tournament that I casted for Asphalt 9 for the Snapdragon Pro Series over the weekend. I will put a link to it in the description down below. It was for the North American Finals, and yeah, it was really awesome to do that in person in a studio, so that was really cool. And yeah, thanks for all the support, and if you haven't seen it, again, I'll put a link to it in the description down below. So in regards to the ONYX STARWAY, firstly, I just want to say that I am so happy that this event exists, and honestly, this is probably one of the best events we have seen in Asphalt 9 in recent memory. Now, before I talk about the event itself, I do want to talk about the car because it was a bit of a weird car, and I reviewed it back when it first came out, saying essentially that it is a really good car, but only worth it if you have it at a very high star count. So I recommended that people only get it if they were planning on spending a load of tokens in order to get it at what was basically a max star count. So as it stands, this is a very good A-class car, but I don't think it's really good if it's only at 1, 2, or maybe even 3 stars. But now that we have the opportunity to get it at 5 stars, I can wholeheartedly recommend that people actually try to go and get this car. Now, for this event, I don't believe you can actually buy packs for the ONYX itself, but you can buy packs for the required cars. But since this event is mostly aimed at people who have been playing a very long time but just missed out on the ONYX, the cars required for this event are actually not that bad. So we have the Ferrari LaFerrari, the McLaren P1, the Corvette Grand Sport, the Ferrari FXXK, the Aventador SV, and the Icona Volcano. So again, most of these cars a lot of you will have if you've been playing the game for a very long time, which means that this event should be very easy in terms of requirements. Now we'll talk about the grind in a second, but these requirements are very, I think, good overall for this type of event, especially for this car. It makes sense that this is going to be going after veteran players. Obviously, if you've installed the game last week, you probably are not going to have the Icona, but at the same time, if you've been playing this game for a very long time like me, you will have no worries about these requirements. Like, I don't have to start up any of these cars because they're at max, but I don't know whether or not you need these cars at max because I don't see the requirements, I just see that I meet them. So let me know in the description, or I guess in the comments, whether or not you need to have these cars at max, or if like the requirements correspond to how much stars the ONYX has, because I don't know because, well, I have them at max. But again, even if you need these at max star counts, if you've been playing for a very long time, more than likely you have all of these cars at max star counts. So let's talk about the grind. And for me, the grind in this event is not actually that bad because you have a definite goal, or at least you have a light at the end of the tunnel. You know exactly what you're going to get, and that makes the grind a lot easier because you don't have to question what you're going to get at the end. With a lot of events in Asphalt 9, because of the way that the reward system works, even if you do a bunch of grinding, for example, car hunts, you don't know exactly what you're going to get. You don't have a guaranteed amount of things that you're going to get for the grind that you do. Whereas for the STARWAY, at each, I guess, level, you can see exactly how many blueprints you're going to get, exactly how many conditions you need to get in order to unlock those blueprints, and it's very straightforward. Personally, I think the game needs more of these types of events because it just makes it so that I don't feel bad for playing because I don't feel like I'm wasting any time. The event is simple, straightforward, the requirements meet the rewards that you're going to get, and the time you put in is also matched by the rewards. Like I said earlier, the Peugeot ONYX is a very good A-class car. Is it a king? No, but it's also not like unlocking the Nismo or something like that. So overall, this event has made me so much more excited for the future of Asphalt 9. Even though we have the controversy regarding the Legend Pass and other events, I think something like this coming back, or at least being introduced, is a very awesome thing for older players like me because it's been a while since we've had just a nice reward for a decent effort. And yeah, I'm looking very much forward to the McLaren Speedtail STARWAY. Now, hopefully those requirements aren't going to be too crazy, but we will just have to wait and see. Now, the one caveat with this event is that you can't actually get the ONYX at max. You can only get it to 5 stars. Now, there's been some talks about a sort of workaround you can do where if you star up the ONYX to only 4 stars, if you don't star it up, you can actually wait until the STARWAY comes back and then get more blueprints for it. I have no idea if this works. I assume Gameloft will patch something like this, but just something to keep in mind is that you cannot get this car at full max, which is kind of disappointing, but still at 5 stars, I can imagine that this car is going to be very useful. But yeah, guys, I'm really enjoying this event. Let me know your thoughts on the STARWAY in the comment section down below, and I will see you guys later.